This is Clearfield Carnage 5. Ladies and gentlemen, IWC Wrestling on the road. My name is Joe Dombrowski here ringside. I'm sure I'll have some guests as the night progresses on, but it is going to be a wild night, as it always is in one of our favorite stops in the calendar year. On the way to the ring now, the man with more in his name, Wardlow, set for a massive tag team main event later tonight. He will join Jimmy Vegas to take on Chris LaRusso and Bolt Nasty, representing Team LaBar. Wardlow is mad, bad, and dangerous to know, and he's got a vendetta to settle with everyone who has stepped in his way thus far, especially his former allies.
Clearfield! Are you guys ready? I want to hear you guys as loud as you can. Are you ready? Tonight, I find myself once again trying to bring Team LaBar down a notch. But I gotta do it with a man that I have a bit of history with. It's not very good history. You guys know Jimmy Vegas, right? Ago, Jimmy Vegas and I battled for #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship of IWC. A year ago, Jimmy Vegas and I damn near killed each other in a steel cage match for that heavyweight championship. But tonight, we team up. And I want Jimmy Vegas to come out here right now just to make sure the past is the past.
Well, Jimmy Vegas and Wardlow have a storied history, as Wardlow documented just a moment ago. They'll be forced to join forces here tonight. Is it going to be a situation of the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Vegas and Wardlow seem to be at their best as loners, but they need one another here tonight if they are going to survive Team LaBar. Vegas is always a Clearfield favorite, but Vegas and Wardlow have never exactly seen eye to eye in the past.
Vegas.
Work it out.
It's,
It looks like we may not have an opportunity to settle past differences. That is the music of the representation of Team LaBar. The heir apparent Chris LaRusso with the human crime scene himself, Bolt Nasty.
I'm going to stop you right there before you embarrass yourself any further. You two are giving us a little bit of revisionist history. Yes, you did have some classic battles, but Jimmy Vegas, do not forget the fact that you would have been the IWC Heavyweight Champion if that man had not pulled every dirty, underhanded trick in the book and robbed you of what was rightfully yours. And Wardlow, you say that you're the man in IWC, and yes, you've had an impression.
I'm the man everywhere.
And that might be true, but no matter what you do in IWC, that man's legacy will outshine you 100 times over. You will never be a legend. You will never mean to IWC what that man meant to IWC. You will forever be in second place. And you two think that you're going to get on the same page? You two think you can coexist? You will never be able to trust each other. And it's only fitting that in a dump like Clearfield, you put you two pieces
harsh words from Team LaBar. And Vegas looks like he's ready to fight right now. We don't get any resolution to the Wardlow and Jimmy Vegas issues. We will see firsthand if they can coexist and if they'll be on the same page. They'll have to be. Survive Team LaBar later tonight. As the STDs make their way around ringside, Corey Futuristic and his once-thought imaginary friend, Billy Ruxpin, I am joined by a talented dude of another sort, the heir apparent Chris LaRusso.
Might be the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
We just saw you involve yourself in the Wardlow Jimmy Vegas, let's say, reconnaissance out there. Is it going to be a situation where you're going to hope to divide and conquer here? Do you think Wardlow and Vegas can stay on the same page?
Wow, you put 2 and 2 together. You know what? We're going to talk about that later. Let's talk about the action in the ring right now.
The Sadie Gang is kind of an anomaly all to itself. It's really hard to describe. They worship a dog named Sadie. He's the official mascot. And all of their training techniques are, let's politely word it, as unconventional. But Chris, through all the judgment and all the critiques that the traditionalists throw at them, they're undefeated so far here in tag team competition together in IWC.
You can't deny the results. You can't argue with success. And right now, these two are undefeated as a team.
Questionable dancers, proficient wrestlers. It's Colby Red and Darin Dinero. Dinero now removing his shirt. Both men do have tag team experience before the Sadie Gang, but it's almost like they really found that missing piece to the puzzle in what the other brings to the table. Both men possess a lot of raw power. Darin had impressive amateur credentials, and Colby has just always been a little bit mentally off, hasn't he? Speaking of mentally off, Corey Futuristic putting in his 2 cents.
I was about to say.
I think I can dance better than you guys can. What?
Oh.
A challenge.
He has the best imaginary dance moves in the world. And we're kicking off Clearfield Carnage with a dance-off. On the board! That's impressive.
Did he manage to do that without, tearing his ACL? What the? Oh!
Well, you're not going to tear any ACLs there, but it's certainly going to do its damage. As Colby Red, not incredibly impressed by Ruxpin, and an impressive drop kick nonetheless. Sadie Gang's unique strategy sessions took them into a corn maze recently as part of celebrating Halloween. As Colby connects, Ruxpin hits hard to the outside.
Ruxpin hit that guardrail hard.
Yeah, Sadie Gang were testing their knowledge and their problem-solving skills in that corn maze, and they feel that it made them one step closer to the best tag team in IWC. Chris, you're a strategist. Your thoughts?
I will say this: they're an unconventional team, but I honestly think that that's a bit of an act. They're trying to placate their fans, as the late great Bobby Heenan said, playing to the humanoids.
Corey Futuristic, not sure who he's placating to with the flexing and then the knife edge chops. Not the wisest strategy. For a guy who comes from the future and seems to...
Power slam, very impressive.
For a guy who seems to know everything that's going to happen, as Corey should, he has the worst luck. Back in comes Colby Red.
Now, what year from the future is he supposedly from?
I'm not sure he knows.
Oh! Tandem offense, pretty impressive.
He's about to get knocked into the future. Well, and there goes Ruxpin. Saw Sadie Gang pick up a victory recently. Hollywood Couture, Calvin Couture, Mandyme Elijah Dean opposing them. A number of other teams have come down the pike.
Double choke slam.
Well, they got Corey up and
he saved him.
Ruxpin with an assist.
Ruxpin saved him from the tandem choke slam.
Good thing he's not imaginary. No. Well, Sadie Gang got a little bit big for their britches there. And
Corey's about 9 feet in the air right there.
Nobody on the clotheslines, and Corey, not enough body weight, pal.
Oh, impressive strength there by Ruxpin. Oh!
Going for a potential gold medal victory in the Corey toss, Ruxpin gets the advantage. And Corey Futuristic, the aggressor. It's a sentence I don't say that often.
I think that's the first time you've ever used that sentence.
I think Dinero trying to fight his way out of unfriendly waters. Of course, the other...
That's not a bad strategy.
Well, in theory, on paper. And Ruxpin from behind. I sense a little bit extra desperation out of the STDs here tonight compared to prior weeks. We don't see Ruxpin and Corey in the tag team division very much as of late. Perhaps they're feeling the pressure of getting a potential victory. Win here to knock off the undefeated Sadie Gang. Hi there. Would certainly be a major headline. Ruxpin the splash. Hey, you don't want to get cute with Colby Red. You wind up paying for it as Ruxpin is slowing down a bit.
He's starting to get tired.
Didn't even have time for the wave that time.
Oh.
It's a good thing Darin went down. I don't think Ruxpin had enough gas to do another trip.
Oh! He had enough gas for that!
That's about 300 pounds, but only a count of one. Credit to Dinero for kicking out.
He should take some more time, some imaginary laps, maybe some imaginary cardio.
Corey back in, side Russian leg sweep. Nice
float over.
Yeah,
float over into the pin. That was an impressive kick out.
Well, Darin certainly, what's brought him to the dance has been that power. That thick frame comes in handy, especially. Oh, Corey, a leg lariat.
Spinal tap to boot.
I can't remember the last time Corey has done this many impressive things in the span of a week. Tag into Ruxpin. We'll see if he's recharged those batteries.
Come on, Darin.
Oh!
Nobody there.
Sternum.
Ruxpin didn't have. We're a deep cross.
Oh, look at the strength there.
Darin made it look effortless.
Tag.
Corey and Colby, the legal men. Unbelievable.
Big forearm shot.
You can sense
spinning heel kick.
the tempo of the aggression quicken as Colby Red steps in the ring. Oh,
nice enziguri.
And a tag back into Darin. We'll see if Sadie Gang.
He didn't give Darin much time to rest, though.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep this rolling.
Big European uppercut. Face wash. Oh, another face wash.
Sadie Gang is running away with this thing.
They both look rocked.
Ruxpin, goodbye. And Corey, who's the legal man, also the sitting duck.
Double last ride powerbomb.
Goodbye. Sadie Gang with the victory.
impressive victory by Sadie Gang, continuing to rack up those wins.
But what do you think, Chris? What about the strategy? Did the corn maze help? Maybe the country concert? What's the key to the success of these gentlemen?
I don't know, but whatever they're doing, they better keep it up. They're well on their way to a tag team title shot.
Sadie Gang remains undefeated. That 1193 powerbomb instrumental. Who can stop the Sadie Gang, and what unique trading tactic will they bust out with next? Elijah Dean had several comments on IWC social media concerning this matchup. Told a story about knowing his opponent, Jameson, dating back to the 9th grade, and Mandine claims that Jami has, quote, gone soft. I don't personally see that, and I'm not going to argue with either of these men, but Mandine has certainly looked very impressive and very confident in his short tenure in IWC.
He's looking to advance his career. Looking to make an impact.
Katie Arquette in his corner, the #1 contender for the IWC Women's Championship at Turn Britt Baker in a week. And Elizabeth at court time for winner take all. Calvin Couture, not sure where he is. I hesitate to ask.
I think he's on his yacht.
Jameson is raw-boned and rugged. He's somebody that has not yet realized the full potential he's capable of. But man, he has caused a lot of sleepless nights for opponents and a lot of injuries along the way. We've seen him mentored by Marshall the Bull Gambino. We've seen him carry around that barbed wire board over the months. We see Jameson get himself in a very dangerous frame of mind, and that combined with that country farm power means Jameson can beat anybody on any given night.
And you know what? Both these men are under 21 years old. Look out!
Oh. Well, we'll see if either of them make it to 21. As Mandine gets elevated from Jump Street.
Waist lock.
And to me, it's going to be up to Mandine to neutralize this power.
This is good strategy by Mandine, trying to take the advantage early.
Elijah Dean says that tonight is going to be...
Oh, right to the ribs!
Tonight is going to be Darin time. We'll see if if he lives up to that omen. And
well, look at this!
Yeah, Dean creates the diversion. Katie Arquette gets in the cheap shots. If I'm Katie, I don't get too close to the action. The match of her career is in a week.
You know, for a rookie, that was a pretty sophisticated way of maneuvering the official.
So you're applauding the way he manipulates people?
Yes!
I see. Maybe he's been studying that LaRusso playbook. Nobody there in the corner. Jameson
scoops him up. Snake eyes!
God. And Dean. Oh! Into a neck breaker.
Beautiful!
Could this be out? Oh.
You know what? That shows me that Dime's been doing his homework.
Well, he's seen the Dime from day one here in IWC. His very first match with Andrew Powell. He's challenged the best. And win or lose, he's always looked...
Oh, got him up again!
Oh, look out. Dean has always looked formidable regardless of the opponent. Not going to navigate that body where it doesn't want to go, though. Nice power slam.
Into the senton!
And Mandine showing some impressive and deceptive power as well. Favoring the back, but able to take Jameson over.
Don't talk about it, do it! You've got him down! Gesturing to his posterior there in case the people can't read.
Well, I know you have an unkind comment to follow through, but please don't. Jameson catches Mandine in a precarious position.
Heavy ham hock right hand. What is this? Oh, this looks dangerous at best.
And catastrophic at worst for at least one of these athletes.
No way. Benjamin suplex on the top rope. Now he holds on.
Jameson stringing together the power.
Oh, buckle bomb. What a clothesline.
Mandime is out to lunch. That'll do it.
Whoa, what a kick out. I am blown away that he kicked out of that.
That's what Jameson brings to the table. When he can string together that offense, that explosive power, there may not be a man on this roster who can handle Jameson when he's fully focused and on a roll.
Dime is on Dream Street. Got him up for the fireman's carry for the third time. Once again to the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, God. That kick caught Jameson flush.
Now he's got him up.
And Mandime across the knee, the modified neck breaker. Mandime going to put him away. No. Mandime searching for that elusive victory. He'd love to make the rest of Hollywood Couture proud of him. Love to build momentum for the group leading into next week.
Might be going for that discus elbow. Calls it the Mandime makeover.
Well, we'll see. Mandime makeover is countered. Oh, German suplex.
Turned him inside out.
That'll rearrange you one way or the other.
I tell you what, I'm impressed by both these guys. They came in and they have been laying some heavy artillery on each other from Jump Street.
They came to bring it. They came to show out and prove to the Clearfield faithful and IWC management alike what they bring to the table. The end of the year in IWC, as both men break the count, get to their feet. End of the year in IWC is such a pivotal time. Everybody jockeying for position. Everybody looking for that big matchup to end their year on a high note.
Oh, what a slap!
That may be Jami and Mandime's moment here tonight.
Goes low.
Yeah, baby!
Oh, Thunderbomb!
Thunderbomb!
That could do it too. And Katie on the apron. Come on. Jameson had this matchup won.
You know what? I don't normally agree with you, Dabrowski, but I agree here. Jameson had him beat. Dime is just now starting to stir.
Katie's got to get off the apron. Here comes Mandime.
Knocks him out.
There's the Mandime makeover, and Jameson rolls to the floor.
That was fortunate for Jameson.
That was momentum more than anything. That shows you the impact of that strike. And
Katie just told Dime to stay in the ring. Take the count-out victory.
Yeah, we'll see.
This may be a formality. He's not getting up.
And Katie watching on to make sure.
Jameson's starting to stir.
Mandime's pleading for this to be it. Go faster, he says. We're at 9.
He got in.
Jameson in. Jami with renewed life. This matchup presses on.
But he's still in trouble. He is still on Dream Street from that elbow strike.
Doesn't have his wits about him yet.
Is he going to go for it again?
Oh, man. Mandime made it personal. Didn't get the second makeover off. Oh, no.
Burning hammer? Oh, into a go-to-sleep variation.
Yeah. A modified burning hammer for the hammer. The Death Valley driver. Good night. Jameson showing something, that unmitigated power ended the appointed makeover that Mandime had scheduled.
Unreal. Excellent, excellent match. Both guys. Wait a second. Jameson asking for the microphone.
Uncharacteristic of him.
Like I said, time's over, brother.
Short and to the point. Dime time is over. Is it Jameson's time to shine here in the IWC? Johnny Patch is another prospect from the ICWA, Iron City Wrestling Academy, the official training school of IWC Wrestling. Johnny Patch is a daredevil all his life, through and through, very passionate, very dedicated, and you talk about a major test on night one in his career. It was Johnny Patch and DJZ in Proving Ground, and Patch has received glowing marks from critics ever since. The man who promises to infect the world and also one of the top contenders to the IWC Super Indie Championship, Gory, Jonathan Gresham, and Dylan Bostic on a collision course in a week at Winner Take All in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Our next major DVD MP4 release, also on VOD, courtesy of Sorgatron Media, Sidekick Media Services, and IndieWrestling.us. And Gory is looking for that momentum. He's looking for that victory. Johnny Patch, I think, in time is going to be a major, major player here in IWC. He's more than a tune-up tonight, certainly, but is Gory looking past Johnny Patch into the Super Indie division?
You know, Patch has certainly had his share of difficult competition since he started here. Started off with DJZ, then he faced me, and now Gory. I can't think of a harder 3 first matches.
And he's still standing, he's still here. And Patch is an individual who has been very dedicated. He has been paying dues behind the scenes, staying awake 30, 40, 50 hours, juggling odd jobs with IWC ring crew, with security duties, everything else he's been doing. He's shown his dedication and commitment to this, but as they say, there's no substitution for when the lights are on bright, and we'll see if Patch can perform admirably here against somebody who, in 7 days' time, is going to be in the ring with one of the absolute best pure wrestlers in the world, in Jonathan Gresham.
I find it interesting that IWC matchmakers have given Patch this trial by fire. You know, if he had had some competition that was a little bit more in his experience bracket, you know, he might be undefeated at this point in his career.
From what I understand, this is what Patch has been all for this. He wants these opportunities, and Gory, that animalistic hunger for flesh, comes out in full display. I don't care how many days you spend at the training academy, there's few things you can do to prepare for being bit by another human. Maybe some shots, it's better. Patch's side headlock, but Patch has been a daredevil. Patch, he grew up in a small town, rough neighborhood. A lot of people got into some bad self-destructive habits, and Patch decided to chase his thrills a more unconventional way, with stunts, with wrists, with high flying, and that's certainly translated into his pro wrestling acumen as well.
Oh, nice trip. Oh, threw it to the pin. Oklahoma roll variation.
To count only. We're going to see Dylan Bostic in action later tonight. Jonathan Gresham is currently in downtown Pittsburgh.
Whoa!
Part of a Ring of Honor television taping. So all three will be tested in one way or another before that Super Indie clash. Patch attempts a roll-up. Only a count of 1.
Oh, look at that. Sweep on the back end.
Both Patch and Gory, the same idea with the arm drag. And both men, in this moment at least, a stalemate. You know, I was on hand for Gory's very first IWC matchup in 2004. It was an 18-year-old Gory and an 18-year-old DJZ one-on-one. And certainly almost full circle to see an athlete like Patch now having 2 of his first 3 matches with Z and Gory, watching them now in the veteran role. And with the veteran role comes exploiting rookie mistakes. You know better than most, Mr. LaRusso.
Oh, look at that!
You do not trust Mr. Gory.
Absolutely not.
Oh! and Gory a deceptively hard hitter, deceptively powerful.
Oh, look at that!
Double
Nice.
spring into the arm drag.
Oh, again to the biting. Folded him in half on the monkey flip.
Yeah, Patch landed very awkwardly as Gory measures his foe.
Look at that. Drop to hold. Cartwheel. Oh, low drop kick.
Well, Patch is an individual who, in his daredevil antics, he never wants to be outdone or shown up, and that's very, very difficult.
He's going to have a hard time showing up Gory.
Exactly. That's hard to avoid when you're in there with the New Age flag.
Oh!
And there you see Patch tried to get fancy, and Gory was just waiting with the brutality. You cannot afford to waste any movement when you're in the ring with the New Age plague.
And again, you know, Patch is sort of showing a lot of skill and ability beyond his experience level, but he's in there with some really, really crafty veterans. You know, some skills that might, you know, set him at the top of the class, that might set him apart from his fellow trainees. He's trying to pull some of those tricks from some of the best in the world.
Yeah, and again, there's no substitution for doing it when it's live and in Technicolor, and that bell sounds as Patch works his way to his feet. The crowd behind the New Age flag. Jeez. Gory, only about 175 pounds, but with the speed he gets, he's able to use that body weight as an offensive weapon. Gory going to go springboard.
Oh, double knees!
Yeah, all the wind rushing out of Patch. Could this be all 2 count only?
I have a question for you, Dombrowski. Do you think that this early trial by fire is going to serve Patch well? Do you think that he'll feel some confidence knowing that he can hang with the best in the world? Or is he going to look at his win-loss record and be discouraged by it? Could this backfire and actually give him some doubt, give him some confidence issues as he goes into 2019?
I think it's all in how you take those wins and losses. Johnny Patch has to be aware that no matter what the end result of the matchup is, it's a learning experience, and being in the deep end of the water this early is only going to make him better. If Johnny Patch can see the big picture and stay healthy long enough, that's hard for these daredevils. If he can find that combination, Johnny Patch could be a player in the years to come.
Yeah, but Joe, you know that a lot of rookies, nice knife edge chop. A lot of rookies suffer from confidence issues. You know, if you don't have it between the ears, it doesn't matter how much skill you have, how much potential you have. If you don't have it between the ears, you're doomed.
That's true, but hey, he got that endorsement from DJZ. DJZ was impressed. I know you wouldn't admit it, but you got to admit that he impressed you for a rookie.
I'll admit it. I have no problem admitting that this kid's got a ton of potential. But let's see if he's going to, you know, if he's going to burn out or if he's going to fly.
Well, right now he flies. The satellite head scissors. Gory is dazed.
What's this? Down to the armbar.
I think Patch just needs to regroup himself. Gory can hit you from so many different directions so rapidly that you need a moment to just breathe in there. And I think that's what Patch is looking for.
Oh, he bites him again!
Leaves himself vulnerable, though. And Gory, the head scissors of his own.
Impressive head scissors.
And again, very few athletes who can snap that off quite like the New Age Plague. Just crawls across your body while he does it. And Patch now, second turnbuckle.
Oh, impressive!
Gory a step ahead, but couldn't get out of the way of the thrust kick. Patch is trying to rally this crowd, but I think we're in Gory country here. The knee caught flush.
No way. He's not going to. This would be a huge upset.
Could be. No. And Chris, I think another test here is this may be Patch's first opportunity to be in front of, quote-unquote, an away crowd. These people have followed Gory off and on for the better part of a decade. They don't know Patch yet. They're Gory fans. Patch has to earn their respect, just like he has all of our respect down in suburban Pittsburgh.
Patch finally showing a little aggression.
And Gory the combos. God, you can see the neck snap of Johnny Patch upon impact.
Some of these Gory fans might take home a souvenir, a part of Johnny Patch.
I think Gory is digesting a couple parts of Johnny Patch already. Oh, the clothesline. Targets behind Patch, no resistance. Oh! And Patch did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming. Change gears.
Springboard drop kick. The height is insane.
More like a double stomp.
Got him. No.
Was it?
Gory is able to put so much aggression, so much intensity inside of everything he does.
Patch is in deep trouble.
Patch's body has gone limp at this point. He's just struggling to move in any way, shape, or form as Gory just neutralizes the opposition.
He's choking him out.
That scissors, we've seen Gory utilize that on the ropes, a variation of Corey Graves' Helter Skelter from back in the day. If this arm drops, it's done.
He's out! He's out!
Gory has choked Johnny Patch out. The modified Helter Skelter causes a defeat of arguably the top prospect from the ICWA. And if I'm Dylan Bostic or Jonathan Gresham, I'm watching this piece of footage very closely. If Gory brings that intensity and gets those opportunities, coming up in a week's time at Winner Take All, Gory will be Super Indie Champion for a third time. And we see...
Whoa. No, he's going to take another chunk out of him. He absolutely is going to take another chunk out of him.
The battle is done, but Gory remembers being a rookie and withstanding punishment from men like Low-Key and earning his stripes because of it. Johnny Patch in that same position. He took a shellacking. Gory is more focused than I've ever seen him. Patch has a bright future, but Gory's future may be now in a week in the form of the Super Indie title. Perhaps the most prolific faction and decorated, certainly.
Uncomfortable when RC does that.
I got uncomfortable when RC does much of anything. Team Storm have been undergoing a clean sweep of the IWC roster, won all of their championships in one night at Cage Fury last August, and they've not been stopped since. What about that tag team title match with the Lethal Enforcers, Anthony Henry and James Drake, against Argos and Dupree? Team Storm were tested in a major way. Not to mention that six-way ladder match later in the night. Jack Pollock, Dupree, and Argos, all lucky to have their championship.
You know what? Hey, but they passed their first test with flying colors. All of them still have the gold, and all of them face serious challenge at Unbreakable.
Argos with his two-time Rookie of the Year trophies as well.
Wait a minute, I didn't get trophies for any of my awards.
I don't think they're authentic.
You know, I was the most hated in IWC for 2 straight years.
Congratulations.
I never got a trophy for it.
And you barely had to try. It came natural to you.
Well, what can I say? Hey, I see smoke. Is there fire coming?
If so, I know who to call.
Look at that!
While the 5-alarm fire representing the good old US of A, patriotism runs deep here at Clearfield, Pennsylvania.
And hey, he's a fireman. He's put his life on the line before. He is a legitimate hero.
He's a hero. He's a nationalist. There's nothing more you can love about anybody than a hero who loves his country, loves Clearfield, doesn't like Canada. Plus his flag's bigger than Dupree's.
I didn't notice that.
Well, Phillip Archer, a survivalist, somebody who, thank you, David Kitch. Somebody who will stay in the fight at all costs. Archer battled a number of serious injuries through training, and just the fact he's here today competing is a testament to his guts and his willpower.
You know, I find it interesting. It's the rookies who decided to step up to Team Storm. A lot of these guys are a year or less into their professional wrestling careers. Some of these guys are under 10 matches. All products of the Iron City Wrestling Academy against all products of the Storm Wrestling Academy.
In Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I think that the ICWA...
Is the pause necessary? Because everyone does. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. Everyone does it. Is that an official part of how you say Calgary, Alberta, Canada?
It's just a thing that happens. It predates me. I just got to roll with it. But I think the ICWA got a little bit sick and tired of the Storm Wrestling Academy taking the headlines here in IWC when Storm obviously has no affiliation with IWC officially.
Has produced 3 of their champions, though.
That is true. But regardless of what they will claim and whose flag they will wave, not Canadian champions, Canadian sympathizers. We'll talk all about Team Storm's rough night in a week. And the fireman is getting down a little bit in there.
Well, he's starting to loosen up a little bit. I think he's starting to gain a little bit of that confidence.
I think so. And you know as well as I do, sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years for these young athletes to really come into their own and discover themselves. And certainly matches like these help test your boundaries and help let you become aware of what you're truly capable of out there.
Once again, we've seen some very, very, very green rookies thrown to the deep end against our champions.
Pollock removing his shirt. Dupree has tied his shirt into a makeshift belly shirt. Just so we're all keeping score at home.
You would notice that.
It's Argos. Well, he was sure to brag to me about it earlier on. He wanted to compare himself to Billy Gunn.
Oh, what?
I know. I was expecting a Bryan Adams comparison. Be that as it may.
I can see it.
Argos. Well, we'll see if Dupree and company can crush the competition as Argos goes behind on Archer. Even more of a threat than the abilities of Team Storm is just that over-the-top obnoxious nature they bring with them.
Oh, sure, they can get under your skin real quick.
Argos did the damn met him.
And this crowd's starting to get under Team Storm's skin.
Well, we talked last matchup about the advantages and disadvantages of being the away team. I'm not sure if Team Storm can get any more away if they left the building. Chris, I know you've studied all of these athletes well. I know that's why you're out here, because you're scouting future competition. What is the biggest strength? We'll talk about all three in the course of this matchup, but we'll start with the legal man, Archer.
Archer has a lot of potential and a lot of heart. He's a deceptively quick and agile man. He's a bigger guy, so you would think it was more of a power game, but he is a very skilled striker. I think the thing with him is that he needs a little bit more confidence. He did struggle through injuries throughout training, so I think that there's I'm trying to knot up that calf, but struggling through injuries, I'm sure that there were times where he had doubt of whether his career would ever take off the ground. Oh, check that kick!
Well, I mean, it can go both ways. It's a situation where that could leave you to doubt yourself, but it could also make you appreciate and savor a moment like this so much more. And again, it's often said, you make the most of your minutes, you make the best of your opportunities. A major opportunity. Can you imagine what it would be like if Team Storm came into a couple of main events in a week with losses?
Oh, headbutt!
Assuming Argos remembers this match. Look at that.
Oh, kick to the midsection there.
And there's some of that deceptive quickness. Good God. Team Storm, Argos, and Dupree in a week, defending the tag team championships against RJ City and Colt Cabana. Cabana a substitution, and yes, I'm going to say this sentence, a substitution for former world champion David Arquette, who was originally scheduled for the match. Dupree tagged in.
You got it, Sarty! I want him!
Is this the battle of the cornrows?
Well, I think Steve LeBell, the Ronin, has become a cult hit here in IWC over the past couple of months.
Well, again, another person was thrown into the deep end, went up against Dylan Bostic in his debut, had a pretty impressive showing.
Contested for the high-stakes title as well, as Dupree blowing kisses to everybody. Dupree's got such a saunter around him ever since he's won these tag team championships.
Well, he always had a fair amount of a saunter.
Yeah, but his ego's through the roof now. Do you know the significance to the name Ronin?
Ronin is a masterless samurai, and of course, you know, Mr. Stevie LeBell, a judo practitioner. Impressive agility from the big man. I believe he's achieved his brown belt, a very high rank in judo, and really carries a sort of a hybrid style of pro wrestling and judo. So,
and it's a fighting style that LeBell has been practicing it since the age of 8 years old. It was his escape from the frustrations and the stresses of his life, and certainly his upbringing and his Dupree to the eye.
I'm pretty sure that's not legal in judo competitions.
Dupree tried everything he could to leverage his way out of the hold. Couldn't do it, so got desperate.
Oh, went for the spinning heel kick. Oh, big stomp.
And the Owen Hart special does not pay off.
Oh, nice judo throw.
For R.C. Dupree.
Oh, nice.
Those Soyanagi takedowns by LeBell has Dupree off guard and reaching for salvation. Dupree is not even sure what's happened.
And now the world heavyweight champion has just tagged into the match.
A week from now, it's Plumber's Punishment, and the, as described by some, sexy fireman is getting brought into the
Who describes him like that? Who? I want names. Like, who uses that language?
I've heard Chess Flexor do it.
Oh, of course he would.
There's got to be somebody in this crowd that finds that sexy.
I would defy you to find somebody.
We're going to take a poll after the show. Jack Pollock tagged in. This is about as far as you can get from Tommy Dreamer in Extreme Rules, but we'll see if it'll be a tune-up nonetheless.
Rear waist lock.
Pollock trying to elevate the 300-plus pounder. Easier said than done.
Oh, God.
Sexy counter. Look at him go.
I'm going to try not to. Oh!
Hey, if Jason Tyler keeps doing well, he
a steamroller.
there you go. Use that weight to your advantage.
Is Tyler about 330?
If he's an ounce. Tyler does well here, gets the winner's share of the purse. He can afford to buy that E missing on his gear.
Cameraman, oh my God.
I love that part.
If you notice, you notice. Pace quickens and the fireman with a takedown.
Oh God, I noticed that.
Imagine calling 911 because your house is on fire and he shows up doing that.
And how is that gonna, oh God, he's twerking.
It's only gonna make things hotter. Oh God. Tyler doing a great job of using that body mass to his advantage.
I do not use great job using his body in any sentence involving that man.
What if the sexy fireman pins the IWC champion?
Well, first of all, he'll get a raise from Plumber, number one.
That's true. Oh, we're gonna flip flop and flop. You will. No. Well, Plumber's punishment comes in the form of Tommy Dreamer in a week. It'll be Extreme Rules.
Oh,
That's
if you will.
If Pollock makes it, because we got some clubbering here on Saturday night.
Good showing by the rookies so far.
Absolutely. That shows the sympathizing Canadian elitists that just because they train with Lance Storm doesn't mean they're automatically superior to everybody else.
Oh, going to the beard.
Oh, that's a Pollock calling card.
Bealed him out by the beard. A beer build, if you will.
Not saying that 5 times fast. Fine, Terry. You barely got one.
Big Samoan drop.
Yeah, it made Pollock think about it, and Argos having to make the save. Well, we know it's going to be unconventional in a week when it's RJ City and Colt Cabana. You got to be ready for literally everything in that match, including, let's say, uncomfortable solo performances of the singing and dancing variety and Dusty Rhodes style elbows. So this is turning into a mighty fine tune-up.
Absolutely. Double shoulder block.
Do you think Plummer said anything to Team ICWA in regards to Team Storm and Jack Pollock before they came out here?
You know, I was actually wondering that. This was a situation where, oh, he's in the wrong side of town.
And it's 3 ICWA members with only 1 from Team Storm. Pollock is dazed on his feet. Two count only.
But, you know, back to your original question. Did Plummer say anything? I'm not sure if this was Plummer's first choice. I think he would have wanted some guys with some more experience, maybe some guys with a little more killer instinct to tune up Team Storm before their title defenses. But, hey, give the rookies credit. They're doing a great showing.
Oh, Argos to the back.
Oh, big lariat.
Argos bails out his buddy. And Pollock reaps the benefits now into the 2-time Rookie of the Year. If matches were won and lost, well, there's a cover, 2 count only. If matches were won and lost on your lung capacity and your ability to talk people to death, Argos would already be a multiple-time world champion.
Crowd getting behind the rookies.
Absolutely.
And LeBell is in big trouble right now. He is in the wrong side of town.
Yeah. And the romance senton, for lack of a better term. 2 count only. Again, Dupree's ego showcased in full. Dupree the heel kick.
Oh, look at the way his leg twisted under when he landed.
2 count only.
Take a look. Let's see if LeBell's right leg shows any damage. It's folded underneath him.
Well, I think Dupree noticed that. He grabs onto the leg and enables Pollock to come in and take over.
LeBell might be badly hurt.
You know, Dupree's not that bright. He was telling me earlier today that he thinks they celebrate Halloween earlier in Canada. I asked why. He said they have an earlier costume harvest.
Oh, big kick.
Pollock connects. And keep in mind, Pollock with that thick knee brace, there's some extra weight behind those kicks now as well. And Pollock wins 90% of his matches with those boots.
That's a big boot, that sit kick.
Back in comes Dupree. As they've neutralized LeBell. And certainly you're not going to be performing any judo takedowns in the position LeBell's currently in.
Oh.
And Dupree blowing his kisses. His eccentric kisses. 2 count only.
He is eccentric,
to say the least.
Nothing eccentric about that choke.
Well, you look in Dupree's eyes, you look at his body language, you can tell he doesn't think like everybody else. He doesn't function in the same way you or I would. Dupree's off on his own planet most of the time.
That's putting it lightly. Oh, big kick!
And that was not necessary. Archer wasn't doing anything to Argos. And was there a tag made? Oh, the bromance senton again.
Oh!
Well, that was miscalculated. Argos and Dupree have to kiss and make up later because now LeBell's trying to make something happen.
Oh, kick to the shoulder.
LeBell, does he realize how close he is to his corner? Pollock looking for a tag.
Don't look back there, kid. Look, the tag's right there.
Here comes Pollock. Here comes Jason Tyler.
Block the clothesline.
Yeah, Pollock the elbow. Tyler the clothesline of his own.
Discus lariat.
And again, all that weight and power behind it. Smart maneuver by Tyler, but Pollock looking for salvation.
Hey, fans in the front row, you might want to move. You might want to move.
Hell, Team Storm might want to move, but they don't see it coming. He's 330, and a tope by Jason Tyler. A 5-alarm dive to the floor.
The concrete floor might be dented.
Let's go!
Tyler is feeling it.
More fire, no pun intended, than I've ever seen from the 5-alarm fire. Oh!
Can he extinguish the IWC champion? No, Dupree intervenes.
Snatches him up. Oh! Implant DDT! I'm impressed at his strength. He got the big man up.
An impaler and a curtsy, but now going to pay for it.
Oh, STO!
That Osoto Gory, another judo-style takedown. And he specialized in it. It takes Dupree out. But here comes the Brainstorm.
Brainstorm takes him out. Don't worry about Rookie of the Year. Worry about the rookie behind you.
Yeah, you may not make it the 3 times.
Oh!
Archer's variation of the Blue Thunder Bomb. He doesn't see Pollock. Now he does. Oh.
Widowmaker! Oh, folded him in half!
Amazing power. Archer near 300 pounds in his own right.
Avalanche coming.
Oh, nobody there. Pollock went for the roll-up. Argos
him.
Oh! Vulnerable for the boot. Pollock connected right in the side of the head. Team Storm the victory.
teamwork by Team Storm.
Team Storm and the Storm Wrestling Academy on paper will go down with a victory over the ICWA, but when you compare that experience level, certainly you got to give credit to the homegrown boys.
What's this?
Here's more. It's producing. You're looking at Team Storm. The greatest thing to happen in the city. And you can do it. And just coming around.
What'd he say?
He said, get it.
You can't stand the back power. The Jack Pollock is your world heavyweight champion.
Argos bringing some plunder. What is this?
Pollock seems ready for Tommy Dreamer in a week.
We are a thing. A winner takes all. Jack Pollock versus a former IWC World Heavyweight Champion, a former ECW Heavyweight Champion, Tommy Dreamer. Tommy, they may call you the innovator of violence, but Jack Pollock is a golden god. Jack Pollock is a hard
What's this?
Oh, no. Oh! He did nothing to deserve that.
You think Extreme Rules scares Jack Pollock? No! Well, it doesn't.
Yes, sir.
I'm the man in IWC!
Oh, he is sending a message to Dreamer.
And more to the point, currently sending a message to Justin Plummer.
This title is going nowhere. Jack Pollock is still the man in IWC, and there's nothing Tommy Dreamer can do about it.
Jack Pollock is...
Wait, what's this?
Oh, no. A completely unprovoked assault on these three rookies. As it's Pollock and Dreamer in a week. Pollock seems unfazed by Extreme Rules, unfazed by Tommy Dreamer. It's the next step of Plummer's revenge, but Team Storm have made their way around every Plummer challenge thus far. We'll see RJ City at Colt Cabana to challenge Dupree and Argos, and Pollock and Dreamer. Extreme Rules, winner take all. Money-Weight came back on the scene in IWC a couple of months ago, but is upset because he feels that he's not getting the star treatment that he deserves. Bostic, a former Super Indie champion, has felt slighted that he's been scheduled against rookies from the ICWA in recent months. Made it a point to make a statement when he assaulted Gory back at Unbreakable and made his intentions known. He wants the Super Indie Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you people know who I am? Now, for the longest time, I've been referred to as the Justin Bieber of professional wrestling. Yes, I'm a child star like Justin Bieber and everything, but here's the fact. I don't want any single person calling me Justin Bieber. You know what? I know I'm scheduled to compete here tonight, but now that I know that you're a bunch of fat loser pigs,
Bostic's not much of a choice at this point. The energy in the room, just James. Andrew Palace leaving no stone unturned, no fan left behind as he makes his rounds throughout this venue here in Clearfield, Pennsylvania as part of Clearfield Carnage 5. Bostic's ready to go home.
You know what? You made me a bit mad too, calling these good people pigs. Bostic, hey,
Bostic not making friends.
And never come back again.
Wow.
What if I win? You have to wear this.
What do we have here? Oh no. Well, we'll see who the real pig is. Palace willing to put his Clearfield career on the line against Bostic and Pride. Well, Bostic not overly enthused about that. Having issues with owner Justin Plummer now.
I'll tell you what, Dylan Bostic. If you don't wrestle this match, nothing can give you a fair stipulation. If you don't wrestle this match, you're suspended without pay for 6 months.
Whoa! Bostic no choice now. Bostic having to put his money where his mouth is. Fitting for the self-described money weight. Dylan Bostic! Well, Dylan Bostic's a huge Dylan Bostic fan. Any discrepancy against who the fans would love to see come out on top. Bell sounds. Calnovo tie-up center ring. Palace and Bostic have had wars before for the Super Indie Championship. Bostic complaining of a phantom hair pull. Bostic could be Super Indie champion again in a week. He'll be part of the three-way matchup, also involving Gory and Jonathan Gresham. At winner take all, as Palace taunting Bostic about what his future may be. And we are oinking in Clearfield. Palace with an open challenge in a week. Thought we would see Palace and Jock Sampson, but there's a whole mess of controversy with that rivalry. We'll talk about it at a later date.
Come on, get out of there!
Palace and Jock have both tried to hang one another alive. That story is far from over, you gotta believe. As Palace grapevines the leg, step over toe hold variation. Bostic looking for a rope. And if there's one thing about Bostic that I've come to learn over the years, Bostic always cares so much about his image, public perception, how his hair looks, how his tan looks, how his clothes look, how the world perceives him. He can be very insecure. Bostic in that pig mask, oh man. We may never see him in Clearfield again. He may never be able to live that down. He meaning Dylan Bostic. Bostic sided on takeover. Let's not gloss over the stakes Palace has put into play here. Palace will never come back to Clearfield if he loses this contest. That's a verbally binding contract for both. Bostic has always had resemblances to Justin Bieber in both positive and very negative ways. Lately, it might be more the unkept facial hair than anything. Palace a takedown. Palace was part of that six-way ladder match at Unbreakable, where he contested for the IWC Championship. Palace, however, let his temper get the best of him, was more focused with getting revenge on Jock Sampson, who was also in that matchup, rather than anything else. And Palace able to counter the grasp of Bostic and trap Swaggy D.
You can do it! Come on!
Oof. Bostic proud of himself for that hard strike. Bostic is very tough, trained by Rip Rogers, Ohio Valley Wrestling. He's been all over North America as of late. Palace rolled through, trapped the shoulders. Trying to get Bostic off guard, couldn't do it that time. Palace the deep arm drag and catches Bostic before he can recover. And we're oinking in Clearfield again. Palace would love nothing more than to embarrass Dylan Bostic. Here tonight, reversal by Dylan. Look at the clothesline. Palace up with a Hurricane Rod, nicely done. Got enough for the takeover, but Bostic still out on his feet. Clothesline to the floor. And Bostic hits the guardrail hard. So Palace went to dive. Bostic sidesteps. But only a temporary reprieve. Palace going to give chase, but Bostic caught him. Bostic perhaps playing a bit of possum. Oh, God. A heart-stopping knife-edge chop. Bostic walks up the back of Palace, 2 feet, right between the shoulder blades. And Dylan can win this thing by countout, and if Palace is counted out, his IWC Clearfield career is over. And Bostic gets out of town without wearing that pig suit. Bostic, look out! Bostic flies! Bostic was upset that the official being diverted by Bostic forced the official to restart the count, and Bostic went high risk. And what happens if we have a double count out? And Palace still fighting for his life here. And this war is getting personal because one man's life in regards to Clearfield, Pennsylvania will change forever regarding the outcome depending on where it goes. Bostic pressing the advantage now. Palace has had so many great memories here in IWC and Clearfield over the years. Win, lose, or draw, Palace's career will continue in other cities. But Clearfield, one of our favorite stops, one of our most passionate fan bases we've ever had, will be in Palace's rearview mirror. Palace, the elbow, the forearms, trying to create some distance, but Bostic intervenes with a hard shot. And Palace gets the foot up. Palace tries to build momentum, back suplex countered. Bostic drop. I believe this is shades of the Mark Henry World's Strongest Invitational Battle Royal. I believe it came down to Bostic and Palace on that night as well. Big stakes at hand there, similarly here. Bostic counters, Sunset flip by Palace. Bostic the double stop. All the air rushing out of Palace. That'll do it. No. Near fall situation. And now Bostic. That ripcord clothesline connected. Oh, Palace is done for. Dylan Bostic the victory. No. Again, a near fall. Palace, however, presses on.
Come on, get out!
Crowd chanting Bieber mockingly at Bostic. As Dylan tries to keep focus, splash, nobody there. Palace the roll up. Jawbreaker nicely done.
Come on.
It's Palace and Bostic changing right hands. Major stakes on the line here. It could be the end of a chapter of Palace's career versus ultimate humiliation. And Bostic is biting, desperately doing whatever he can. Hard shot connects. But can Palace get himself back into this thing? Chaka connects. Palace the hard shot. Back suplex. Connects. Nicely done. Can Palace follow through? Bostic has lost his momentum. Hernia driver coming up. But Bostic put the brakes on.
Oh my God!
Double underhook powerbomb! No! Less than half the count away as Andrew Palace hernia driver again! No! Look out! Chaos Theory! Beautifully done! 2, no! My God! Incredible action here between both these men. Bostic very, very close to ultimate humiliation. Palace fighting on to keep his Clearfield career intact. Bostic intervenes on the attempted high-risk maneuver of Palace.
No.
Superplex. Bostic trying to get whatever he can. Oh God, Bostic set for a loop. Able to roll through and come back right back in Palace's face. And Bostic taking a chance. And Palace got Bostic vulnerable. Sunset bomb. Could this be Oz Palace? The pile driver connects. Bostic's down. No. How close can you get? Palace is in disbelief. He thought for sure this matchup would be over. Palace's career would be saved.
Hey, watch behind you! Don't do it again.
And Palace going to take another chance.
Okay. He's gonna jump on him.
Oh, Bostic met Palace. Bostic met him with a forearm. German really suplex. Palace gets stacked up. And the knee connects. I think Bostic's got this thing won. Bostic gonna put Palace away. History gonna be made. The Gutbuster connects. Bostic's gonna do this. No! Palace is not done yet. Bostic is measuring Palace. Palace is seriously hurt. He may be concussed, trying to will himself to his feet. Swaggy D, Palace countered. Jackknife pin, drops him. Palace beats him. Palace saves his IWC career. And we know what that means for Dylan Bostic. Bostic, that's a verbally binding contract. He has to wear the pig suit. If he doesn't honor the stipulation, he's suspended for 6 months. And that means his Super Indy title shot is out the window. Chants of oink ringing out throughout Clearfield, Pennsylvania.
Listen, guys, what feels the deal? What do you think? You know, so here's the new deal, Dylan. As owner of this company, you have 2 choices. You can walk out here right now and get fired on the spot. Put that costume on, baby!
The crowd votes for option oink. Well, you never know what you're going to see when you come to Clearfield. Bostic could quit on the spot. His ego may be bruised beyond repair. Bostic has absolutely no choice, and you've got to believe he's loathing every second of this. Bostic His Super Indy title match will be gone. His roster spot will be gone. His job will be gone if he does not put on the entirety of the pig outfit. Pink's a good color on him. Oh, it's got a tail and everything. I love it. I don't think he even knows he's got a tail. Only one piece left. I love it. Dylan Bostic, you've never looked better. Oh, he's got up in the right. I love it. Bostic will never live it down. Andrew Palace is feeling good tonight. Hopefully, for Bostic's sake, he'll have a better display in the Super Indy title match.
I didn't think I'd see that today. Support Bostic is in back now. Right before intermission, I would like to wish somebody of the ICWA roster a happy birthday. Danny, she's ready to be a wrestler. Happy birthday, Danny. Come on, let's celebrate birthday. Come on. I know best than that. Come on. I hope I got that sport for him. Alright, we got that rope, alright. Alright, where's that cake? Where's that cake?
I already ate it!
You ate it? You didn't say musty? Hey, cake! I say we sing happy birthday to that birthday girl. There will be no birthday celebrations tonight.
Dylan Bostic's face! Who's the pig now? Dylan just ate an entire cake by himself! Happy birthday, Danny! Celebration with Andrew Palace! It'll be much more serious when Andrew Palace and Jock Sampson cross paths again. Dylan Bostic, I'll never look at you the same way again, pal. Well, a cold chill always comes through the air when these men are nearby.
Making their way to the ring, the team of Remy and Atticus
a long list of victims that have stood side by side with Keith Haught to fight against the Culmination led to an unfortunate accident at Cage Fury when Sean Phoenix, who attempted a very high-risk maneuver, nearly lost his life in front of us at Unbreakable a few weeks ago. Atticus, holding the entrance vest of Phoenix, just recently released from the hospital after bleeding in his brain, a severe concussion, fractures of his skull, loss of hearing in one of his ears. A very serious situation that the Culmination have mocked, they've taken credit for, and they've also blamed it on Keith Haught. And we will talk more about that throughout the duration of this matchup.
he weighed in at 206 pounds,
Dan Hooven was the first to stand by the side of Keith Haught and assist him in his fight against the numbers game of the Culmination. He's been by his side ever since. Hooven is really the last friend that Keith Haught has. All the others have been put on injured reserve. And here we go. We're going to fight as this matchup gets underway, now joined by one of the top contenders for the Super Indie Championship, Dylan Bostic, by my side. You've had an eventful night thus far.
You know what? We're not going to talk about that, Joe Dombrowski. All I want to talk about is how really ridiculously good looking I am in this Gucci polo shirt.
So you've learned nothing. Double clothesline by Hooven and Haught. The Bearcat and the most unlikely IWC star Hooven started out as a ringside photographer, has gone on to have a meteoric career as they split the uprights on Remy LaVey of the Culmination. Atticus Cogar is shouting orders from the corner. Atticus Cogar, the Cogar Brothers logo is actually a pig skull. How do you feel about pigs, Dylan?
You know what? We're not going to talk about that either, Joe Dombrowski. What we're going to talk about is how Keith Haught is a pig himself. I mean, I even had my fair share of matches with Keith Haught at the beginning of my career in IWC, and he's definitely a pig, just like all these people in Clearfield.
So you're insinuating that the people like Keith Haught here because they see him as one of them?
Exactly. They can relate to Keith Haught. They're all fat like Keith Haught. That's why I threw hot dogs at Keith Haught in my very first contest in IWC.
Hooven is running away with this matchup on Remy LaVey right now in the corner, and certainly something you can relate to, Dylan, as Hooven pounces Remy in a very serious stretch, is injuries, is time on the shelf. All athletes have to deal with them. Sean Phoenix, a very serious one a few weeks ago. Keith Haught, Daniel Hooven fighting for his honor. The Culmination fighting in mockery of that Phoenix injury.
You know, injuries are tough. I'm not going to lie, injuries are tough, but there's a reason I've only been out of action for a grand total of 2 months in my career. And I've been wrestling over 11 years. It's because I don't take stupid risks like he took that night. I mean, that was just insane. What was he going to gain from that? Nothing. Oh, maybe the crowd will like him a little bit more, but I mean, obviously he got severely injured, and that was not a smart move on his part.
Well, I'm not going to argue that it would have been a smart move. I'm not going to argue that it would have been a necessary move, but I will argue that Phoenix felt it was necessary, and that's as a result of the high stakes this rivalry has grown to, thanks to the Culmination. All the men they've taken out on that road. Phoenix made his debut at Cage Fury and took out Atticus' brother Otis with a fireball. Clearly the Culmination was out for blood at Unbreakable. The stakes got raised. Phoenix did what he felt he had to survive, and unfortunately he came up short.
You see, you mentioned a good point there. He hit him with the fireball. Now I respect that. I mean, that's something that I would even do. I mean, he tested his gangster, he hit him with the fireball. I respect that, but I would never put my own well-being at risk like he did. That just wasn't a smart move. He could have hit him with a fireball again. You know, he could have done anything, but do that dangerous move.
Count.
Oh, man.
Otis Cogar out indefinitely from the fireball. Sean Phoenix now out indefinitely as a result of those injuries as well. This has truly been a war of attrition. We've had more casualties in this issue than any I can recall in IWC since I've been here.
Oh, man, yeah, they just put it all on the line. I mean, look at Hooven's knee right there. He's holding it. He's got it all taped up.
That's a great call, Dylan.
He's hobbling. He doesn't look... You know, he doesn't look like he's at 100%. I mean, he's not even at 70%.
In the issues with Phoenix, it got overlooked that the Culmination took a hammer to the knee of Daniel Hooven after that matchup as Phoenix lay on the ground seizing. Oh, Remy with a drop kick.
I saw the aftermath of that, and I mean, Hooven's clearly feeling it right now. What is Hooven doing?
Hooven trying to get the reprieve.
He was trying to get her away, but he just walked right into that kick.
Springboard drop kick by Atticus. Atticus is deceptively nimble. Atticus is all about inflicting pain and damage, all about the suffering.
You know, I like Atticus. I mean, look at him. He does what it takes to win, and you don't see him diving out of the ring and getting injured like Sean did. I mean, look at him.
I think you're just I think you're just saying that to double down and make sure Atticus doesn't get mad at you one day.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to mess with Atticus. Look at him. He's legit, man. I'm telling you.
He is sinister, and he is without remorse. And Remy LaVey, ever since going to this dark place in his mind with the Culmination, has not been far behind. His killer instinct has been brought up, ripping the protective tape and that brace away from that knee, just trying to weaken an already very weak part of Dan Hooven.
Dan Hooven's definitely got his work cut out tonight, man.
And keep in mind the guilt. Keep in mind the emotion that Keith Haught is feeling. Keith Haught's blamed himself for a lot of this, unfairly in my estimation. But Keith Haught, like him or not, outside of the ring, the guy's a teddy bear. The guy's warm, the guy's sensitive.
And that's exactly why he'll never be successful in wrestling. You can't be like that. You have to be a killer. You see, you can't be a business guy, oh, I'm all nice and a teddy bear. No, you have to be a killer. If you want to be at the top in this wrestling game, you have to be a killer.
2 count only, unique choice of words, Dylan, killer, when Keith is in there with the Culmination.
Yeah, that's why they're going to win. Culmination's going to win because they're killers. Look at them.
Well, they've been destroying the life of Keith Haught in every facet throughout the entirety of 2018. But Hooven, we've seen him take some risks as well. Some have paid off, some haven't. But Hooven has been fighting right by the side of his friend since day one in this rivalry.
I'm just amazed with how stupid this audience is. Cheering for Hooven. I mean, they were laughing at me tonight. Oh, they wanted me in the pig costume. Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, clearly they don't understand who to cheer for in wrestling. I mean, they're cheering for the lesser of everyone.
Oh, Keith Haught tagged in.
Oh, here we go, Keith Haught.
Keith Haught with the opportunity to get some revenge, and Keith Haught beelines to Remy, but Atticus the threat on his feet.
Oh.
Reversal by the Bearcat. Keith Haught elevates Atticus. Atticus trying to get Keith over. Oh, that weight drops down the chest.
Not gonna lie, I've been there with Keith Haught. That is a lot of weight.
Thought Keith Haught could pull out a victory for Phoenix there, but Remy LaVey
was
in the nick of time.
Whoa.
And Keith gonna choke the life out of Remy. We've waited for this confrontation for quite some time. Remy's avoided Keith ever since we saw Keith's killer instinct come out of him.
Jawbreaker. Stunner there.
Atticus launches himself across the ring. A shotgun drop kick. Hooven back in. This is just back and forth all over the place.
That was a nice suplex. Not gonna lie, I'm surprised his knee could take up all that weight. He got it all though. 2
count only. Hooven doing a great job of shifting the weight off of the bad knee to leverage Atticus over. As this matchup presses on, as all 4 men. Oh wait. Keith, get him. Oh no! Keith was aiming for Atticus.
I've been there. That head kick is no joke. Keith messed up and hit his partner Hooven.
Oh, Remy downstairs.
There you go, Remy. That's something out of my playbook right there. That's got to be it.
Keith must feel so bad about hitting Hooven, but feeling even worse after that low blow. Oh, what is this? And Atticus is just beating the hell out of that knee.
That's exactly what he should have been doing.
Assaulting that knee.
Yep, ripped the knee pad off, exposed it.
That's a protective soft brace. Hooven was wearing God. They bludgeoned him with a hammer last month, and now Atticus is finishing the job. That single leg grapevine, and Hooven is in agony.
He's going to submit. I mean, there we go. See, I mean, honestly, had no choice. He's already injured. He had no choice. I told you who was going to win, didn't I?
And the sadistic look on the face of Atticus Cogar.
That's because they're killers, I'm telling you. You have to have that killer instinct, and they do. They've got it, man.
With the Phoenix issue, they were unable, with the Culmination, to finish the job on Hooven. But there you see, disrespectfully kicking dirt on Hooven's fallen body. And oh no, I don't think they're done.
So they won the battle, and I guess now they're going to win the war, too. They're going to take them out for good.
And Dylan, it's no accident that the Culmination has targeted everybody but Keith Haught so far with these attacks, these injuries. They want Keith Haught to watch and psychologically suffer as they take everybody out one by one on their way to Keith.
And this goes back to being a killer. Look at them. This is what I would do in their shoes too. Oh my God.
No.
Take it out.
Damn it.
That's right. Oh, poor Hooven.
That is sadistic. Look at Keith Haught reaching for his friend.
Poor Hooven's crying. Good. I'm glad he's hurt. Oh, very good.
That is completely over the line. Another victim from the Culmination. And Keith Haught is powerless. And
what are they going to do?
Well, it looks like the Culmination.
I don't even know what they're going to do. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, you got
the Culmination are apparently taking a trophy with them. Dragging the lifeless body of They're dragging the lifeless body of Hooven out of Keith Haught's life. Keith Haught is a man alone, and the Culmination swirling like vultures. Championship, the most unpredictable in IWC wrestling. The champion determines the stipulation.
I don't understand this. I mean, it's just the silliest matches ever. What do you think about that silly title, Joe Dombrowski?
Well, I think I can't understand you because you're talking over Dave Kitch, but be that as it may. The High Stakes Championship has its roots in IWC lore, and many hardcore violent matches, men like Shirley Doe and the referee in the ring, CJ Sensation, have contested for that championship. And we saw Jimmy Vegas, Bulk Nasty, and a number of others contest for it. But since it went to Chest Flexor, after he defeated Marshall the Bull and Cage Fury, it's taken a turn on the odd side. We saw a two-man battle royal. We saw a reverse ladder match. We've seen who knows what else from the mind of Chest Flexor, just with his wardrobe, his friends, the way he talks.
I just don't understand. You know what? I'm just going to stick to the IWC Super Indie Championship. You know, I'm just going to stick with that.
You wouldn't want to wrestle Gresham in a two-man battle royal?
No. It'd be hard to throw him out over the top rope. He's so short. Maybe I can throw him out the bottom.
Maybe you can lay out for a minute, for God's sakes. Ryan Dye, the professor, who comes from his mysterious laboratory. He's been working up potions and gizmos and gadgets to try to win the high-stakes title. We saw him debut at Proving Ground against Chest Flexor in aforementioned two-man battle royal. Officer Dan is like one of those mall cops gone bad. The limited power he had went to his head, and Officer Dan has been handing out warnings and citations to all these great Clearfield fans all evening.
You know what? I don't like this guy because he screwed me over at Night of the Superstars. It came down to us with Andrew Palace, and all he had to do was listen to me, and I could have won the match. But no, he didn't. He's too stupid. He ruined the match, ruined the whole night for me. So I don't like him.
Might ruin your night again. Well, your night's already ruined.
I think that's the one thing I agree with these fans on with Dan Murphy. I don't like him.
All right, well,
I don't like him.
Officer Dan, there's one of those youngsters that had gotten a citation earlier.
See, I don't like the police either.
That surprised me. You've had a lot of run-ins with them.
Yeah, I don't like them. They're always trying to plot on me.
Yeah, it's everybody else's fault, right?
Yeah. I've never done anything illegal.
Oh.
It's only illegal when they arrest you for it.
Boy, I got a lot of footage to show you from IWC archives.
No.
Weighing in 165 pounds, he is the high stakes champion, the leader of the STDs.
What does that stand for?
What's the sexy, talented dudes?
Oh, okay.
You're at least one of those things.
Yeah, I've had STDs before.
What?
Sexually or talented what?
Sexy, talented dudes.
Sexy, talented. Yeah, I'm an STD. You're right.
Okay. Something like that. You can tell Chess is a fighting champion because he's got Take On Me by Aha playing.
Yeah, I hate this song.
You don't like any of it. Why don't you like fun? We're having a good time. This is going to be match of the night, I think.
No. Did you see my match? If I would have won like I should have won, that would have been match of the night.
You make an adorable pick.
My whole night was ruined. My match was ruined. I got fast counted by that ref. He was probably drunk or something. He made a count wrong. I don't know.
We gotta get the stipulation.
Current title holder gets to choose the match stipulation.
Maybe it's loser wears a pig after. Oh, I'm sorry.
That match already happened, Joe.
What is Rip Rogers gonna think of that? I can't
Let
wait.
me check his Twitter DM.
Oh, I can't wait for the DM. All right, what is this? Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chess Flexor has chosen the match stipulation to be a Clearfield Falls Count Anywhere match.
Okay, that works. I'm on board.
Okay. They better not spill over here.
That potion in the professor's hand better not spill. That's what I'm worried about. That could be like biohazardous. So we have a dancer, a scientist, a police officer.
Found Anywhere match. This will be Best Everywhere match.
It's a dance anywhere match, and Mambo showing off his one awkward dance move.
Dance anywhere match.
The bell rings as oh no, the potion in the eyes.
It's the first thing that kid's done right.
That's a citation. He gets it. And Flexor sends the Professor Ryan die. I think the professor got some of his own potion on himself. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, me too.
And he's running away, scurrying away. We have Ginger at ringside, the bodyguard of Flexor, Pump Ferrari. If all these guys walk into a bar, it's going to turn into a really bad joke.
I don't even. Where's everyone at? I can't even see.
What's wrong with you?
I'm hungry, and my night has been ruined. I didn't even get to eat any of that cake that got smashed in my face.
You just come out here to complain all night?
Yes.
How can you? Mambo still can't see. Officer Dan is blowing his whistle. You're in a bad mood.
I'm in a really bad mood.
Wait a minute. Well, the professor apparently has transformed to some extent.
What the heck is this?
I think it's a dinosaur.
Oh.
He fell.
Who is that?
He just pulled a Fred Outman and fell.
Who's in that costume? Is that a real T-Rex?
I think it's the professor. T-Rex, former #1 contender to the IWC title.
Oh my God. This is just
a former IWC Rumble entry. This guy's got a rich history.
Yeah, right.
He's got a longer resume than you. He's been around 60.
Yeah, okay. Now I know you're. Are you okay? Did you bump your head?
He's been around 65 million years. What do you got, 12 years?
Are you drunk?
No, that's the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Professor might be drunk on whatever his potion was made out of. That's probably 80% alcohol.
He needs to bring some over here to me.
Probably rubbing alcohol.
Oh, bring it over here. Let's go.
I still hear the whistle of Officer Dan. He may swallow that whistle before he's done. Oh, and Mambo with a dive. Dylan, the ring can't contain the action we're seeing.
This is just absurd. I'm hungry. I'm upset.
There's just shades of some of Rip Rogers' major wars in ICW down in Tennessee.
Dude, you don't even know.
But you remember when Rip Rogers broke out the magical potion and became a dinosaur? Angelo Poffo's TV, I remember it. It happened.
I don't think it did.
Angelo didn't notice, he was too busy doing sit-ups.
That might be true.
Mambo now back in with the Professor Ryan die. I'm not sure what the significance of the non-equal sign is. Perhaps he doesn't like equality, I'm not sure. 2 count only, Officer Dan interrupts. I guess this Falls Count Anywhere match is 1 fall. As if that matters at this point.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Why is there a T? Oh!
Officer Dan did a handspring!
What was that?
I retire. Officer Dan did a handspring. With the whistle in his mouth. The whistle is still in his mouth.
Oh my God.
Chest Flexor with a save. Are you sure you're content with the Super Indy title? You don't want to switch to division?
I'm okay. You know what? I would eat this division alive. You are right. But you know what? I want real competition.
You're just saying eat this division alive because you're still hungry.
Yeah, that's true too.
Ryan Darin with a leg lace takedown. Shades of the Rock by Professor Ryan Dye. And Flexor and Dye continuing their rivalry.
I can't even right now.
Dylan, you talk during everybody's entrances, and now you're quiet during the match. You're not really getting the hang of this.
I just don't even know what to say. I'm hungry.
Swinging neck
My
breaker.
whole night's ruined.
Do you want me to get the potion for you to
Yes,
drink?
please. I'm so hungry right now. I'm upset.
Do you want what do you want to eat? Like bacon, maybe? Like pork?
No, I don't know.
Ham?
I'm upset.
Pigs in a blanket?
Yes. Hey kid, go get me a hot dog.
They're brawling into the crowd. I don't know if I trust one of those Tischler hot dogs, but be that as it may, I don't know if I trust anybody in this match.
I hope they don't come over here. I'd hate to have to punch somebody.
The good news is they are as far away from us as humanly possible while still being in the building.
True. This is true, Joe. All right. Not a very big building, though.
Dylan, I'm going to appeal to your senses now. Match strategy. How would you win this?
How would I win this? I mean, it wouldn't even matter. Let's see. Who
would you do that? Whatever Flexor's doing.
No, I would never get up on anything.
Ferrari's giving Flexor a boost on one of these support beams.
I hope he slips and falls.
He's going to do a 450. Oh, Poncha connects. Flexor throwing caution to the wind. That's what the high-stakes title means to these people. You might have to do that to beat Jason Gory.
No, I won't. You see, I'll stick to my strategy that I've always stuck to. You know,
it's cheating and lying.
No.
Excuse me.
It's not cheating unless the referee calls it cheating. You know what I mean? If the referee doesn't say, "Hey, you can't do that," then I can do whatever I want. I don't understand what you don't understand.
No wonder you hope our refereeing staff's drunk.
Oh my God, Joe! What is wrong with you?
You're probably slipping something in their water.
No.
I think you slipped something in my water based on what I'm watching. Professor's got Mambo.
Then all these people with their phones out. Oh my God, I ain't ever seen nothing like this in this town before. Oh my God.
I'm with them there. I've been to a lot of towns I haven't seen anything like this. Oh, Ryan Dies with the concession.
When I was a kid growing up, this was our every Wednesday. You know, go down to the bar, fight somebody.
No, there goes your hot dogs. We're having a Tupelo concession stand brawl in Clearfield.
Hey, can you grab me one of those?
This is the most old school match on the show.
Maybe I should walk over there and get a hot dog right now.
Mambo's got
no one would even notice I'm stealing.
Mambo's got drinks. At least you admit to it. Oh, I feel like going Lance Russell and everybody now. It's Flexor channeling Lawler in the concession stand. They're flinging mustard at each other, and the Professor into Mambo and Officer Dan. It's breaking down here in Mid-South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee. Referee Jerry Calhoun's got to get him back in the ring.
He needs to hurry up and get him back in the ring so we can get this match over with.
It's false count anyway. They can end it right now.
Well,
he can pin him with a hot dog.
You're right about that. See, I'm not good at these false count anywhere matches.
No. You took the time to learn holds? What a waste of time. Now what? Officer Dan is beating up, I think, Mambo. We have a rush of fans running by the table.
Yeah, they're all trying to get... No, go away.
That guy tried to touch you.
I don't want anything to do with these people. They're all fat slobs.
That's not very nice.
I ain't seen one hot chick.
The Professor's got like green condiment all over him. What is that? That's from the concession stand.
Might be one of those pies or something.
Cover.
Glad I'm not the only one that got a pie in their face.
I saw somebody walking around with green on their hot dog earlier. That just might be expired mustard.
Ooh. Or they got some pie on their hot dog. One or the other.
Maybe a little both. Mambo's got the pin, but the referee's counting the fall on the floor.
Mambo won.
Flexor at the pin first. Just Flexor survives a very hard-fought title defense, melding many traditional aspects of professional wrestling together We had the potion, we had the concession stand brawl, we had the whistle in the mouth, we have Aha, it is a very 80s flair. Flexor, the high stakes champion. What's it going to take to beat this man?
Me.
I thought you were busy.
Yeah, I am busy. I'm busy with the Super Indy thing, so I'm not going to challenge him yet. But the Super Indy Championship.
How much winner are you?
Listen, I'm hungry. Leave me alone.
Go get out. Go steal food from some kid somewhere. Okay. Officer Dan's still got the whistle.
Okay, and then when I get yelled at, I'm just going to say, oh, well, Joe told me to.
We'll let that one lay. Chest Flexor still Super Indy champion or high stakes champion. You got me doing it now.
Over your words.
I know we have a main event next, and that's certainly something to be taken seriously. And that's going to come back in a heartbeat after we can breathe a little bit and maybe get a hot dog.
Perfect.
Well, a lot of high stakes and bad feelings existing between these two tag teams. We'll see how they can function. One, an established group, one, a very makeshift tandem. Are representing Team LaBar. Justin LaBar, someone you know very well over your dealings over the years, has refused to come back to IWC until the threat of Wardlow has been eliminated. LaRusso's taken it upon himself to make that happen, but easier said than done. Wardlow has been nearly unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Wardlow is pretty unstoppable. I mean, I know I carried Team LaBar, but that's okay.
LaRusso, Darin, Wardlow, and felt nasty from behind.
That's what you do. You set the pace off right. Boom.
They divide and conquer, and Wardlow's partner has not made his way out here yet. Where is Jimmy Vegas?
Why is the bell ringing already? I mean, they got to wait for the partner, but hey, I'm not going to say anything.
Is Vegas coming? We talked earlier, Wardlow and Vegas have history. They've never teamed before. Is Vegas perhaps double-crossing Wardlow?
If Bulk and LaRusso were smart, they would have took him out in the back.
Oh, Vegas is here! And Vegas is ready to fight! And unfortunately now it's 2-on-1 on Vegas, but Wardlow to his feet. Two of the biggest, baddest entities in IWC history forming together a team for the first time after a couple of years of being at each other's throats, speaking of Wardlow and Vegas.
Oh, tossed him right out.
And LaRusso's going to need to lean on Bulk as heavily as he can to get through this matchup.
You remember when everybody thought Jimmy Vegas was going to kill me and I beat him in like 45 seconds?
I think you got lucky, you got resourceful, and you dodged a bullet that was headed straight for your temple.
It doesn't matter, brother. I got out of there alive and won in like 45 seconds.
Well, brother, if he takes care of LaRusso and Bulk and looks over here, you might be collateral damage.
No. Joe, don't talk and say my name too loud. I don't want him to look over here.
I see.
Not that I'm scared of him.
No,
I'm just
not
saying
at
I
all.
don't want to, start anything and ruin the show or whatever.
You're a peaceful, quiet man.
Yeah, I'm very peaceful and quiet, and I don't want the spotlight to be on me like that.
No.
I mean, it always is, but
so humble you are. Well, it's Wardlow and Vegas teeing off on LaRusso on the outside, and Bulk Nasty referring to the veteran Jimmy Vegas.
What, do they want to fight both of them? They're huge. I mean, I know he's big, but...
Well, Bulk knows no fear. I've never seen him in a good mood, and this may not help matters. You don't call Vegas an old man, first ever two-time IWC champion, and a 17-year veteran of IWC Ring Wars.
Well, they're tag teams, and this isn't fair.
It's a tag team match, hello.
Well, hey, but it's one in, one out.
It was LaRusso.
Don't they know the rules?
It was LaRusso and Bulk that started the 2-on-1 first.
I didn't see that at all.
What are you doing, scarfing out a hot dog? It was right in front of our eyes.
I wish.
We talked about how Vegas wasn't out here. You said things. You were watching.
Oh, see, that's just, I don't know. You're bringing up old stuff.
Sorry.
You're bringing up a bunch of old stuff.
Vegas with the knee will try to live in the now as Wardlow follows through. Bolt near 300 pounds in his own right, but man, that size is neutralized by the power of Wardlow. Look out, what a meltdown. LaRusso, along with LaBar, double-crossing Wardlow at Cage Fury. Wardlow took LaBar out of commission. LaRusso may not be far behind. Look out. What a deal.
Tossing him around, bro.
Ooh. Bostic, you have teamed with Wardlow in the past. You can speak to the unmitigated strength this man possesses.
It's superhuman strength, man. I mean, he's just a big, strong dude. There's nothing else you can say about him, and he's very talented and very skilled with that. But you know, he learned a lot from me, though.
I see.
That's definitely a thing that he did. He learned a lot from me. That's why he was so successful.
Belly to belly by Vegas. Are you trying to take credit for Wardlow's multiple title reigns?
Yeah, exactly. I have everything to do with Wardlow being successful. End of story.
Well, Vegas.
You want to question that? Because Joe, if you want to be successful, maybe you'd learn a thing or two by sitting here next to me.
I'm just asking questions as a journalist.
I came out here. This is day one, and I'm already better than you at this job.
Wardlow is flash. Oh, near fall. If you were better than me, you'd call the covers. Wardlow nearly put Chris LaRusso away.
No, all right, shut up, Joe. Quit bringing up old stuff.
Wardlow hammering away. Can you imagine? I mean, we made this point in Unbreakable, Jayworth and I, when we discussed this. Wardlow has left such a path of destruction in his wake, and that was just business. That was just another day at the office. Now Wardlow has personal animosity toward LaRusso and Bulk. Can you imagine how badly Wardlow would love to bludgeon these two?
Yeah, he wanted to kill me in that three-way match we had a while back. He looked at me and I was like, oh my God, this man's going to kill me. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit scared.
You should have been a lot
And I was just scared because of how strong he is, how big he is, how fast he is. But then I also taught him a lot of the things that I know. Not everything, but I taught him a lot. So him with that knowledge and then all those other things, I was like, oh man, this is not going to be good. But luckily I made it out of there alive.
Well, we see Bulk Nasty with the illegal assist from the outside that allows LaRusso to hit Jimmy Vegas from behind. And now the two-time former IWC champion is neutralized as the human crime scene is tagged in. We've seen Bulk Nasty manhandle officials in the past, event staff, anybody that gets in front of him.
Yeah, Bulk's kind of a loose cannon.
Kind of.
Shut up! You ever seen his Twitter?
I try not to. Bulk Nasty is certainly not intended for all audiences.
Oh, you should give him a follow, Joe. You'd love him.
I'm sure. I'm not having any interaction with Bulk Nasty that I don't need to have because at the drop of a hat, that look in his eye could change and then I'm in his warpath. That's not going to happen.
Man, look at the strength. Oh, that's a big dude to be lifting up.
I'm thankful that LaRusso has programmed Bulk Nasty towards a much bigger fish to fry. Check out this vertical leap. Maybe the best leg drop in the business today.
Have you seen my leg drop?
LaRusso a cover for two. You get that kind of hang time?
Way better. Way better. No, I don't do leg drops.
Well,
but if I did, it'd be better.
So the hypothetical leg drop of Dylan Bostic will go on that list. LaRusso the chin lock on Vegas.
Man, listen to this crowd. They're coming alive.
Vegas, a long-time Clearfield favorite. Vegas works his way to his feet. It's tough to keep a man that big, that strong. Down for two, long to LaRusso. Great vertical leap on the drop kick as well. 2 count only. Wardlow is ready to head in the ring and intervene if needed. Vegas able to power out though. Certainly you, Dylan, were very smart in order to catch Vegas off guard. Beat him in less than a minute because I think 46 seconds and you would have been seen your life flash before your eyes if you didn't stay in there longer.
But this is going back to my knowledge of wrestling. This is going back to the great training I had from Rip Rogers. I know in every situation I am in, I know how to get a finish.
Vegas just rolled into a tag.
That is not how you get it. You cannot let him tag. Oh, now we got Wardlow in, cleaning house.
Wardlow unloading on, and there's a vertical leap for you.
That was impressive, not gonna lie.
Amazing drop kick. Another one. Caught Bulk nasty. Wardlow, a man on his own right now. The man with more in his name. German release suplex to Russo. One for Bulk. Bulk gets the elbows. Breaks the grasp.
Here we go.
Nicely done. Release German suplex on the near 300-pounder.
A lot of strength there.
And that is why Wardlow is so unstoppable. Russo charges in. Flying forearm. And Wardlow is dazed. Can LaRusso capitalize? Oh, Wardlow caught the foot. LaRusso balances himself. Nicely done. The knee connects. Can LaRusso take down the big man? Wardlow dropped face first. I'm not sure if there was a tag made between Wardlow and Vegas or not. Either way, Vegas wants to fight.
Hey, watch behind you!
Vegas looking for the one-arm bandit, but Bulk nasty to his feet. A huge power slam. Vegas is down as Team LaBar seems to be in firm control.
Very good job regaining the control of the match. I mean, they were looking rough there for a minute, but they did what they had to do. They started working together as a team, and they got everything back under control. That was very good teamwork.
And now,
that was not good teamwork. Oh my God!
A miscue with Bulk.
No.
Wardlow out of the way. Cha-ching slam by Vegas.
Come on, LaRusso needs to get back in there. Get up there.
LaRusso feels this slipping between his fingers. Wardlow caught him. All day long, and LaRusso gets planted. And Vegas, the one-arm bandit. LaRusso pinned emphatically.
That's it. That one slip-up, that one miscommunication between LaRusso and Bulk, that was all it took.
You gotta believe there is more in the future. Winner take all between Wardlow and Chris LaRusso, between Bulk Nasty and Jimmy Vegas, but a major sign of momentum for Wardlow and Vegas, a major blow to Team LaBar. A first-time tag team comes out with a major victory as we wrap things up in Clearfield, but not wrapped up in this rivalry. There'll be another day. Dylan, thank you for joining us. You brought us so much pleasure and merriment here tonight.
About time you said thank you, Joe.
I appreciate that you have humbled and humiliated yourself for the great fans of Clearfield.
I'm not even going to respond to that. No comment.
I'm happier than a pig in, well, never mind. Be that as it may, Wardlow and Vegas are victorious. Thank you so much for Clearfield Carnage 5. I am Joe Dombrowski for Chris LaRusso and Dylan Bostic. We'll see you in a week's time, our next major release. It is Winner Take All 2018.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.